First stop for today is Chakas Rock, because it's a good lookout point where we could see a lot of what happened in the storm of 2007. So I quickly want to stop here and just show you what happened. I'm not going to lie to you, the humidity and the heat is definitely getting to me, and you can probably see that. This is the famous Chakas Rock, or infamous probably. There's a lot of urban legend. We don't know if it's true, because some people say it's true, some say it was made up. But apparently the famous King Shaka of the Zulus from about 1836 used to come here to train his soldiers and so on. Rather let that story be of another day. This is also a good lookout. It's a good lookout towards Thompsons Bay, where we will go just now. But also it gives you a better view of Thompsons Bay. It's a beautiful place from here because it gives you an overall view. And in the background you will also see Santorini, the Greek style on the hill, where we were the other day in our first video about Willard Beach. We were discussing it as well. So this is Thompsons Bay, seen from Chakas Rock. There was a lot of damage at Thompsons Bay. Not as bad as maybe in other places, but I will show you when we go there just now. Here in the corner at the bottom were an enormous amount of gumpole rocks that were obviously destroyed at other places, probably on the promenade and so on. And they were all brought by the current here and dumped here in the corner. This whole area was just covered. There was also a lot of boulders. The sea moved boulders out from everywhere. You can't believe how strong it was actually. The rest I will tell you when we go there now. So there's not much more to say from here, except that it's a nice view to look at it. Now we're going to visit Thompsons Bay, where a lot of destruction took place. It's a very luxurious area with upper market apartments and so on, and with a beautiful tidal pool and a lifeguard hut, and just have to park carefully. And there was a lot of destruction there, so I'm going to show you what happened there.
Hello. My name is Peter.
As I said, this is Thompsons Bay, which is a very popular beach There was a storm here on Sunday, the 12th of March this year, 2017. In Durban, they were talking about the mini tsunami. The waves actually went right over the promenade, into some of the restaurants there, into the car park at the back. So it was quite severe. Apparently, those waves also hit here. I'll show you the damage now. You can see there's some clips that I'm going to take. There's some damage that occurred on the weekend. But obviously this story is about the actual storm that happened in March 2007, where we had considerable damage to this beach and to all the beaches in Ballito, which I'm covering. This is the 4th video in the series I'm making about this. So I want to show you the details of what happened that time and where we are now. So just take this tour with me and enjoy it. I'm standing just next to the storm damage that I told you about. In the background is Chakas Rock, where we've been a little bit earlier. It's just obviously there. It's just for a different view that we obviously went there. Behind me is a promenade that has been well destroyed in the storm, and it has now been rebuilt, as you can see, with concrete and gum poles. In the clips you will see what happened. It was not as bad as on other beaches, but still it was quite severe. Obviously most of the damage was at the Tidal Pool. On the hill behind me is Santorini, which I discussed in my first video. Now let's take a quick walk to the tidal pool and I'll show you more details. I'll also show you the clips. Here behind me you can see more of the storm damage that happened on Sunday, 12th of March. It's almost like a 10 years on celebration. It's not really something to celebrate, but obviously it's like a sign that be aware it can happen again. The tidal pool was really in shatters. Big pieces were actually lying in the middle of it. You can't believe how strong the surf was, and what big masses it could move around. It was completely destroyed. It took a while before they rebuilt it, apparently at great cost. And as you might see on these clips of now, that there's some cracks in it again. Hopefully nothing severe, because you don't want this to happen. This is a major tourist attraction in this town. People love to come here. A lot of people actually practice here for their long swims, like the mile and whatever. You know, it's an Olympic size pool, not necessarily that deep, but it's a good place to practice endurance swimming. Here behind me is the famous place of the skull, or the skull head. where you actually also have the hole in the wall or the hole in the rock. There's a lot of names for it. Some people say the hole has the shape of Chaka. That's just, you know, it's a lot of urban legend, obviously. But from a distance, from Sheffield Beach, if you look at it with a binocular, you will see it looks just like a skull. Very interesting. As you will see on the video, these concrete blocks here that actually acts as a barrier on the erosion line at the back of the tidal pool. Most of them have been destroyed and lifted up and overturned, and the vegetation underneath was exposed. It was just amazing. Now, you know, this is on the back side of the tidal pool. The tidal pool is quite big, and you don't expect the surf to have so much pressure, even if it can get over, you know, even if it can wash over, you expect it to be on the edge of the surf and that there will be hardly any power. But it's quite amazing when it happens. It really shows you. I suppose the fact that seawater is more dense also plays a role. It's probably better equipped to lift heavy objects like boulders and this sort of thing. Every part dealt with a separate section of Ballito, of what happened in 2007. I also make a lot of other videos about this area, about happenings. So if you subscribe to my channel, you can actually be informed firsthand. You get a much better view than you would probably find in the newspapers. So it gives you sort of a first-hand look at what the situation is. Thanks for watching this video, and have a good day.